What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Phil and Leroy the Judgmental Podcast. I'm Leroy. On this week's episode, Jay and I had a discussion about the Billboard Top 25 Rap Producers of All Time list, and we had a discussion on the most streamed songs of 2023 on Spotify. We recorded this during our favorite top albums of 2023. We had a discussion afterwards. We were done and we recorded it. And take a listen and let us know what you think. So, all right. Did you watch the Little Brother documentary? Now, yeah. Before you talk about it, I think I got in like 40 or 50 minutes in. I got to the part when it really started going to shit and the label dropped them. When you was talking about Fonte and the Knife Wonder thing, that's why I started laughing, because I went the part when he wasn't going to Jay-Z's the one that ruined the group, because he wasn't going on tour with them, and they was like, well, no, we're Little Brother, and he shows up. The label, they was overseas, and the label wanted Knife Wonder to go. So they was like, well, look, if you want him to go, then you pay him to show up. So they paid him. He showed up with his wife. So they got pissed that day.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, Fonte pulled no punches.
Right.
Yeah,
it's almost like you should have known better than bringing her.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
I can see that make anybody mad.
Right. That's almost like a FU to the group. Mm-hmm. Because you should have known better. They don't have their wives or girlfriends with them. So why are you bringing yours? It's like y'all having a damn vacation or something. I mean, I sure love to go on vacation with my wife.
Exactly. I was going to say, when I saw them perform, I think the only reason, based off of the documentary, I wish Knife would be able to tell his side of the story, though. Mm-hmm. But I think the only reason why Knife was at that concert was because it was in North Carolina.
Yes.
I think that's the only reason why.
And I think it was Fonte was talking about how this like their first tour, and they were so excited to go on tour, and they thought the tour was going to be like the Jay-Z documentary.
Mm-hmm. They're on tour with hieroglyphics, man. Like, it's not going to be a Jay-Z. Nah, them dudes in hieroglyphics. Like, I remember being at that concert and just noticing like how they set up merch, and they ran like clockwork. Mm-hmm. And this is a fan. I was in college. I was just a fan of theirs and stuff, and I noticed that just straight up when I got there. So yeah, it was nothing like that. It was one of the best concerts I've been to, though.
Mm-hmm. And he was like, yeah, that we had to sleep on a Winnebago, and then they had the flip on who would get the bed. Mm-hmm. And they thought it was gonna be like the documentary.
Yeah, they were way off with that one.
Right. Now, how'd you like the intro documentary? Now, I saw the whole.
Oh, you finally saw the whole thing?
Yes.
I agree with what you said as to how, like what you said about how record labels mess up something good. But yeah, I mean, if you think about it, during that time, R&B was starting to fade anyway. Like, they came out right when 90s R&B, let's put it in that little bracket.
Yeah.
They came out when 90s R&B was at its peak, its sweet spot.
Mm-hmm.
Then a few years later, this is what I always say about R&B, like hip hop kind of ruined R&B, and that was like the very tail beginning of it.
Yeah.
And then too, that's also when record labels kind of ushered their way more into black music. Like, I mean, there's a stark difference between, let's say, 1990 and 1996. And I'm talking about hip hop and R&B and stuff. By the time, what was it? Was it Clear Channel? Or was it before that? But like, yeah, they bought all that. Like, everything started changing.
Yeah,
everything started, and it got for the worse too. I mean, there was still some pretty good acts out, but you could tell like things were changing a little bit too much, and they wouldn't last long. I mean, in hindsight, you could tell it wasn't gonna last that long.
They actually got into that in the Little Brother documentary also. Well, we talked about that numerous times. Music was very regional back then. You can live in one state, you can go on the next state, and you turn on the radio, and the songs are totally different from the state you just left.
Mm-hmm.
And now, since they did that telecommunications act, like you said, Clear Channel can buy up every radio station, and they can just play. They can just have one set list or playlist or whatever you want to call it, and they just play that in every city.
Yeah, and that made it more. They made it easier for these record labels to capitalize off of it and be like,
Right.
okay, look, I don't want you to be that different. I want you to be like this, and we're gonna
Right.
market you like this, and we'll make money from marketing you this way.
Right.
Yeah, they
So
were a great group though. Like they
y-
were. I remember. I remember. What is it? New York Under. You know, remember how remember how Fox had all the black shows on a Sunday
yes,
or Thursday night. I think it started on Sunday, then it moved to Thursday.
yeah, cause Sunday you had the Living Color,
Yeah, and
and
then
then
Thursday
Thursday
went
the Martin
Martin and
Living Single.
in New York Undercover.
Yeah.
And I
Uh-huh.
remember when New York Undercover came on, they would always play the intro commercial. Remember they used to have commercials for albums and stuff, like records
Yes.
that releases. Yeah, I remember. I remember their commercials clear as day because they always had it playing sometime during the New York Undercover show.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they should have blown up even more, but yeah, they just messed it up.
Yeah, the label killed shit,
Hmm.
and they did the separating thing. They did the let's separate Kenny from the rest of the guys, and
Oh,
like how they said that how he would be only one there that would they'll be sitting around home thinking like, well, damn, when we going to the studio, and
mhm,
he be already there. Yeah, that's the label's fault.
mhm.
But my thing is, it's kind of there. It's more the label's fault, but actually, Kenny should have said something. If we're in the group and I'm only one here, well, I'd be like, well, where's everybody else at? Well, no, well, I'm not doing that until blankety blank gets here.
That's true. But then it's like, you're younger, you got people in your ear, you got all this newfound fame, and he was a prolific writer too.
And money. Yeah,
Well,
so
that's exactly that's what I'm talking
yeah,
about. Money naturally comes with that. So
right.
yeah, that's gonna make, well, I'm not gonna say it's gonna make you, but it definitely does kind of, it will push you if you let it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
So yeah, it's just that documentary was a prime example as to what happened to a lot of acts during that time. It's messed up.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And you didn't see the dress from Black Sheep.
Nah, yeah, I still have. Well, I haven't been in the house at all this week, but yeah, I'm eventually going to see it though, because I still got the link and everything. I'm gonna watch it
Mm-hmm.
because I mean, like Drez is a. I haven't even seen a documentary, but I know enough about him to know he has a really interesting backstory, like very interesting. He's you look at his life, his period up until I guess up until he got with Native Tongues, you wouldn't think he would be part of Native Tongues at all,
Right. You
based
think
on their
he'd be
image.
right. You think he'd be like a gangster rapper, but they didn't get into any of that stuff. There.
Okay.
No, they just got into the native tongue. You know how they had a big hit record and all that stuff. They didn't get into the before stuff. They
Okay.
kind of sort of got into it, but not really.
Hmm.
But no, they didn't really get in there. I know what you're talking about though.
Yeah, because I mean, that he could do a whole documentary on that.
Right.
I mean, I find that way more fascinating, actually. From that period on. I mean, he does. Was it his autobiography? I think that's on his second album where he makes a song about some of it, his
R-
backstory and stuff.
Right. Right. So on December the 27th, Billboard.com lists the 25 greatest rap producers of all time. The staff. I'm gonna name these staff artists. Is called staff artists. Well, the staff. I'm gonna mention the staff names. Is Carl LeMay, Damian Scott, Andrew Underbogger, Guile Mitchell, Ryan Reyes, Mark Elbert, and Michael Sapona. This is their 25 greatest rap producers of all time. Now I'll mention the people. The I'll mention the number they in and the producer. You can chime in if you want to. Just stop me.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna go from number 25, organized noise. It's going to shit right there.
I mean, it depends on who. Well, remember what we said? We said regional stuff. So it really, in that case, it really could depend on where they're from, though. But I'll talk about that later.
Number 24, Ninth Wonder. Number 23, The Bomb Squad.
All right, let's stop right there. Ninth Wonder should not be in the top 25. He's a great, he's great at what he did, but like no.
The Kendrick shit.
Not before organized noise already. They're from the South. Like Ninth Wonder is technically from the South too, so it's like you can't it don't make no sense.
It's the Kendrick shit. It's the Kendrick shit. His stuff is on Damn, so that's why these guys, and they're probably young too. That's why they're all.
See, this is the problem anyway. Well, what top? See, this is I'll talk about this later. I'll get into that later. Go ahead.
Number 23, The Bomb Squad.
Mm-hmm.
Number 22, Larry Smith. Larry Smith was like one of the first rap producers out there. Did the Run DMC shit.
Mm-hmm.
Houdini also.
Yeah.
Number 21, your boy Jay Dilla. Number 20, Metro Boomin.
All right, wait. Let's stop for a second. I mean, not Metro Boomin, but with. See, this is what, and my friend mentioned this about, like, he sent me this thing about what his other friend said something about Alchemist and Madlib being one note producers and stuff, and in my head I'm like, does Madlib actually produce like Jay Dilla? Like, I don't know, because to me, a producer is a person who goes in with an artist and they have them do stuff for a song.
It's almost like going back to the Little Brother documentary, how they were saying that, when it got towards the end, that Ninth Wonder was just giving them beats.
Yeah.
He wasn't really producing anything. He just gave them beats, and the engineer, put all that stuff together.
I mean, as much as because I'm a Madlib stan, but it's like I see him more as a beat maker than producer, though, because like he's known for just making tons of beats and he just sends them out to people and then they just make songs with what he has. And with Jay Dilla, I mean, outside of Slum Village, like what did he? I know he made beats, but like what? How did he? I only know. See, I've got the my friend gave me the biography on Jay Dilla,
and
I don't recall anything in the book where he's actually sitting with an artist and being okay, like go like this, do like this. Right. It's more like, oh my gosh, I can't believe he made this beat. It's crazy how he did this beat, and it's not taking anything away from him, but with people, and I might be wrong, and it'd be nice if somebody who's listening to this would like comment and be like, no, he's a producer. He did XYZ with this person on this song or this album besides Slum Village. But with Madlib and Jay Dilla and Ninth Wonder too, to me they're more beat makers than producers.
Right.
To where it's like, and I know Dr. Dre's gonna be high on this list.
We'll get to it.
Well, wait. Before you get to that, I just want to say, like, Dr. Dre is somebody I see more as a producer than a beat maker.
Right. Number 19, Hit Boy.
Number 8 was Hit Boy and Metro Boomin, right?
Metro Boomin is 20. Metro Boomin is 20. Hit Boy is 19.
Yeah.
Number 18, No ID. Number 17, 40.
What? 17 who?
40. Drake's main producer, 40.
See, they haven't heard of No ID until he made that record with Jay-Z, probably.
Agreed. Number 16, your boy you just mentioned, Madlib.
Mm-hmm.
Number 15 is Rick Rubin. Of course, Rick Rubin, one of the first hip hop architects.
Yeah.
Number 14, the Hitmen. The Hitmen was Bad Boys producers.
Mm-hmm.
Um Chucky Thompson, uh Derek D Dot.
You seen
Would
them
you
interviews with D Dot?
Yeah. Were you talking about on Math Hoffa?
He's been like in a few other places too, but yeah, Math Hoffa would count. Yeah.
Um Ryan Leslie,
Mm-hmm.
um um Mario Winans. I'm trying to think of other people that was on there. Um what's the dude that's on the guy that's on goodness gracious. The Love and Hip Hop. He was a hitman. Oh
Yeah,
wait.
I can't think of his name, but I know I see his face is in. I got his face in my head though.
Yeah, so the Hitmen was the ones that did all of the stuff back then, the Biggie Mace, the Puff Daddy, the Faith, and
Mm-hmm.
all that stuff back then. Number 13, who I was shocked that he was this high on the list. Number 13 is DJ Quit.
Mm. Okay.
Number 12, Manny Fresh. Number
Mm-hmm.
11, Pete Rock.
Mm-hmm.
Number 10, Just Blaze. Number 9, Timberland.
I don't see how they could put Just Blaze over any. I'm not Just Blaze but he didn't. He doesn't have that much of a catalog compared to like some of the others though.
Yeah. Okay, number 9, Timberland, and you could say the same thing as number 8, Swiss Beats.
I never understood Swiss Beats. I never got him.
He gets way too much credit than what he
Yeah,
gives.
I don't get it. Like he's not a bad producer. Don't get me wrong, but it's like
Agreed.
for somebody to put him in the higher echelons of like I don't get it.
I never got it
I
neither.
don't get it.
I never got it neither. Number 7, Molly Mall.
Man, they got him at 7. Okay,
Number 6, Q-Tip.
surprised they got him that high.
Yep. Number 5, the Neptunes.
Yeah, they're young. Whoever did this, they were young.
Number 4, the RZA.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, I'm shocking he was this high, DJ Premier.
Mm.
And I want you to guess, out of all the people we didn't name, who's number 2? Well, not on your book, but who do you think that the producers I just named from the staff of Billboard.com? Who do you
Yeah.
think they would have as number 2? Not in your opinion.
No, I'm not. My opinion is moot. I don't count it all in this. I know that. But,
who you think is number 2? You're gonna say Dab. I should have said his name.
I don't know because Dr. Dre has to be number 1, right?
No, name number 2.
That's what I'm saying. I can't think of anybody for number who.
Number 2 is Kanye West.
Oh. Yeah, they're young, man.
and you just already said who's number 1.
Yeah. Nah, Kanye, I figured he'd be top somewhere in top 5.
All right.
Forgot all about him though. But that's how that goes to show how much I don't care for dude's music, I guess though.
Your boy Kanye West.
Yeah, my guy. No, I mean those lists don't surprise me. With DJ Premier though, is everybody loves the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not surprising. Him, RZA, Pete Rock, and Q. I knew they would have Q-Tip on there just because this is the era that loves the 90s. They think the 90s is the best decade ever.
Yeah, and they like Tribe Called Quest.
Yeah, so but I didn't think he'd be that high up on the list though.
And RZA, you already know that RZA was going to be a high because they like the Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah. Well, this is what also annoys me about the Hip Hop 50 thing, because you got all these publications who are doing these lists with knowing damn near 30 years ago they couldn't care less about any hip hop act whatsoever because hip hop was dangerous. 30 years ago, Snoop Dogg was dangerous. Snoop Dogg was the most dangerous rapper in the world.
Oh
30
yeah.
Years ago. I mean, rap music was something that those ghetto thugs did.
Yep.
So that's why these lists are like, they just capitalizing off of it now that it's so popular, So that list don't surprise me. I mean, I am surprised though that they did have some of them on there.
Mm-hmm.
Metro Boomin and Hit Boy. I guess Hit Boy's been on a run with Nas.
Right.
Dang, who else? Was there anything? Who else was like kind of left field, like somebody who's new that probably shouldn't have been on there? I'm surprised they didn't have Alchemist on there.
No, Alchemist don't have that big hit song. Alchemist just do a lot of
don't
shit.
either though. That's what I'm saying.
No, but he has Mad Villainy, and they like MF Doom.
Okay, that's the only reason why he's on that list too. By the way.
Yes, just like 40. 40 has the Drake hits in his belt, yeah. So that's why he's 17. Yeah, Mad Lib has the Mad Villainy album, and people love the Mad Villainy album.
Mm-hmm.
And they mentioned Freddie Gibbs on here, but Freddie Gibbs is too underground for people to be paying attention to. They would know. I think the people like
I would say with this generation, nah, because there's no underground anymore with this younger generation.
Okay, so you don't think Freddie Gibbs is more known for his antics rather than his music?
No.
Okay.
Because people are already listening to Freddie Gibbs before. Like I said, there's no such thing as underground music. That's been done away with a super long time ago. So it's easier to have access to it. It's just like what I always said about Mad Villainy. I think that was the first record that was underground, but later became a hit, and that's 2004.
Right.
So I mean, yeah, there's no more underground. It's just easy to run across whatever you. It's just easy to run across stuff randomly these days.
Right.
But yeah, it's those lists. It's hit based. It is. It's hit based. I mean, who else did they have that probably shouldn't have been on there?
I mentioned 40.
Well, yeah, they like Drake, so.
Yeah. Well, we already said Swiss shouldn't be on. Swiss Beats shouldn't be. I never got the Swiss.
I don't. But then again, it could be the producing part, not the beat part. I mean, maybe he does know how to mold an artist or make something with an artist rather than just say, okay, here's a beat here, sing over it or rap over it.
Right. I'm shocked that Larry Smith is on the list.
Oh, that's because they wanted to show that they know some stuff. That's all what that is. They picked up a couple of Run DMC records. Oh, Larry Smith. Okay.
Oh, so you saying the same thing with Rick Rubin and Marley Marl?
Yeah, because Marley Marl should be like top 5.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, he should be top 3.
Other than that, other than the artist that the 40 Swizz Beats and Ninth Wonder, everybody else should be Metro Boomin, but see, Metro Boomin have big hit songs, so they're gonna put him on there as a top producer. And Hit Boy has his songs too. And like you said, the Nas stuff, and Nas did win a Grammy for that album, for Best Rap Album. So, and he produced all of it. So I guess you got to put him on the list. But yeah, other than that, I'm not going to do any rankings. But the producers that they have on here, other than the ones we just mentioned, they should belong. Not in the ranking wise, but I'm talking about, as top producers.
They need to talk about criteria though, as far as like who they, again, like the beat makers or producers and hits or cult stat, you know what I mean? Like, how do you make those lists anyway?
Right.
Those lists are usually terrible though. To me, it's a bad list, but like you said, I think they generally did a decent job at naming most of the people in there that should be mentioned. Oh, well, besides Kanye West, I don't think he should be like that high at all. Like, but then that's me. Like, you know how I am.
Right. Now here we go. We got Spotify's list of I'm gonna only do 20 of the top songs of 2023 song wise. As look of it, these are songs that I've never listened to. I'll name the song and you can chime in. We have number 20, Travis Scott's My Eyes at 188 million.
I tried listening to Travis Scott. I can't. It's a generational thing. Like, what do you think about his music?
Not for me. No
Yeah.
disrespect, but it's not for me. It's the same thing how I feel about Drake.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't disrespect Drake. I actually think he's a rap. I think he's also a rapper guy, but his music is just not for me.
Mm-hmm.
You got 19. You got Metro Boomin Callin, featuring Swagger Lee, NAV, and A Boogie with the Hoodie at 190 million.
I only heard of A Boogie with the Hoodie. And who Metro Boomin? Like I.
You know Sway Lee from
Oh, Sway Lee from from
y-
whatchamacallit. Yeah.
yeah,
He still makes music.
Ray Shrimmer. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know he still made music.
You have Jack Harlow. I'm sorry, loving on me at 196 million. I've never heard anybody say, "Yeah, I love Jack Harlow." For him to get all these damn listeners, but that's just
It's a younger generation. Like I that what was that song? That first song he did, or that popular song? I thought that was I like the beat at least. The first class, something.
mm-hmm.
I mean, I like the beat to it, but I mean, I think what was it? He was the MTV Awards or something like that. Me and my wife were watching it, and she was just like, "Who's that?"
Yeah,
Like, he just looks like a regular dude. There's nothing.
yeah. Tell her don't look at that new version of White Man Can't Jump.
Oh Lord.
Oh, you talking about such a shitty movie?
I didn't even want to entertain that, man.
We did it. I did a review of it on one of these TV episodes on. Yeah. Oh man, that shit was so shitty. That shit was so shitty. I'm like, I can't believe I waste my time looking at this. And it's just, and then the young people going to look at that and not look at the first one. You better look at the first one. The first one was better written and directed than that shit.
Mm-hmm. And plus, too, it's a different time period. Nobody's shocked by a white dude with basketball skills compared to, late 80s, early 90s stuff, man. So.
Right. And then they say, well, and then they get, our boy Kenyatta Burris, he directed it. So you already know it's going to be shitty stuff about race and everything. Yeah. I don't know why that guy keeps getting movies and everything. I don't find him good at all. But when white people, they do this. Black people, we do this. Talk, that kind of talk. Mm-hmm. I'm like, come on now, give me a break. So the black dude didn't know anything about meditating. So, well, what's meditating? So Jack Harlow had to show him how to meditate. Are you kidding me? Are you shitting me?
Mm-hmm.
So we got number 17, Travis Scott Telekinesis with Future and SZA at 200 million.
Oh yeah, you know what? I like the SZA record. That's one I forgot to mention. But somebody I know said about her. They said she makes loser side chick music. I had to laugh at that one. Overall, I mean, I like the stuff she does, though.
Number 16, you got Drake, I Don't Give a Fuck, featuring Yeet at 214 million.
That meme, that little internet memes are making rounds, making fun of Drake on that song.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You got 15, Travis Scott, Meltdown, featuring Drake at 243 million. Well, damn, is that all? It's like people only listen to like 5 artists over and over again.
I really want to see what people see in Travis Scott. Now, I'm not saying he's a bad artist because my ears are not for his music, but like, what else is it about him for people to listen to his music so much?
You 14, you got Doja Cat, Angora Hills, 246 million. You got 13, Travis Scott Fiend featuring Playboy Cardi at 252 million. You got at 12, you got Metro Boomin Niagara Falls featuring Travis Scott 21 Savage at 264 million.
Mm-hmm.
You have Lil Durk All My Life featuring J. Cole 273 million. Is that with the chorus with the kids singing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Every time I turn the car on and I switch it to the radio, that song has always been on.
And I think it's on NBA 2K24 if I'm not mistaken. I think so. I hear it all the time, but
Yeah.
I hear the chorus. I never hear the rap.
Oh, okay.
Number 10, we have Drake Search and Rescue, 283 million. Number 9, we have Travis Scott's I Know, 288 million.
I ain't never heard any of these Travis Scott songs, but I probably should try.
We got number 8, Lil Uzi Vert, Watch This, Arizona Naders Plug and B remix at 307 million. I don't know what that is. Number 7, we have Central C, Let Go, 269 million. Shout out to Central Lee because you a new face on this list because everybody's listening like the same 5 people over and over again. Number 6, you have Nicki Minaj and Ice Spice Barbie World featuring Aquila at
horrible.
388 million.
I don't get Ice Spice at all. I guess it's because she's a girl and she's, her body or something, but rapping wise, she sounds like she's going to sleep half the time, man. Like, and she does that same triplet rap she does. Like, I don't get it.
Mm-hmm. Number 5, we have Metro Boomin Trance featuring Travis Scott and Young Doug at 454 million.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4, we have another Metro Boomin Too Many Nights featuring Don Toliver and Future at 481 million. At number 3, who people said he thought he was finished, but Gunner with Fuck You Mean at 531 million.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
Number 2, Dave and Central Lee, Sprinter at 534 million. Shout out to Dave and Central Lee. You knew because everybody else is the same people over and over again. And number 1 is Doja Cat, Paint the Town Red at 723 million. She got damn near a billion streams, almost a billion streams over this one song, Paint the Town Red.
I don't like that song. I don't like her voice on that. She sounds like a Muppet.
Most songs on the list. Number 5 is Ice Spice. Number 4 is Central C. Number 7. Oh, this is out of 100. It was actually 100, and I only did 20. So with the most songs on the list is they're going through the 20 because I only mentioned Ice Spice once, and this is 100.
Yeah, she has to be way more.
Number 5, Ice Spice with 5. Number 4, Central C with 5. Number 3 with Drake with 7. Number 2 with Travis Scott with 15. Number 1 with Metro Boomin at 16. Most features on the list. Again, this is out of top 100. Like I said, I only did 20, but this is they're going by the 100 list at most features. Number 7 is Drake with 3. Number 6 is Don Toliver with 3. Number 5 is J. Cole with 3. Number 4, Young Thug with 4. Number 3, Travis Scott with 5. Number 2, 21 Savage with 6. And number 1 with Future with 6. People listening to the same shit, the same artists over and over again. Like, they don't listen to nobody new.
Yeah, those are the biggest artists, though. But if you think about it, that's how it's always been, though. If you think about it, I mean, yeah, top 40 or radio hits. Remember, we used to listen to the radio. This is even back then. They used to play the same songs over and over again. They still do the same thing. Right. It's just a different format. That's all what that is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, shout out to, I never heard of Central C before, but shout him out.
Yeah, I've only heard a couple of those songs in passing whenever, because we got Hot 97 up here. So every now and then I'll turn over to Hot 97 to listen to what they're playing or what's out. So some of those songs I recognize, but Metro Boomin and Travis Scott, no. Like
and they say that Barack Obama put Central C in one of his top favorite songs in 2023, which is bullshit anyway, because he don't listen to none of that shit that he put down on that list. He listens to George Clinton, old school rap, because he is from the old school rap era. Who else he listened to? Earth, Wind and Fire, Our Boys. That's the shit he listened to most of the time. He don't listen to none of that shit now. I don't even believe that list.
He don't need to be in the media with that shit anyway. Oh yeah, this is my list.
Dale, I gotta search and see what the hell he wrote down on his so I can laugh. Let me see. All right, here we go. Hold on. let me laugh at this shit. Let me see. It's not a top list. He just wrote same thing we do. Just wrote songs he listened to. Favorite music of 2023. Me and You, Tim's. It Never Went Away. My boy John Baptiste. Road to Freedom, Lenny Kravitz. Drink the River, Gabe Lee. Crazy Love, Rita Wilson and Keith Urban. Lose Control, Teddy Swims. I'ma mess this name up. Amp Piano. Asik and Amadi. Where You At, Brent Fires. Cast Iron Skillet, Jason Isabel, and the 400 unit. On My Mama, Victoria Monroe, I'm sorry. La BB remix, Young Lugovis and Pasco Pluma. Where Are You, John Summit and Halaya. Toxic Trait, Stormy featuring Fredro. I know it's not Fredro from Onyx because he Young and Dumber, Indigo D'Souza, Vampire Empire, Big Thief, Sitting on Top of the World, Burna Boy featuring 21 Savage.
Song is whack.
My Love, Mine, All Mine, Mizaki. Unavailable, Davino featuring Music Keys. The Returner, Allison Russell. Water, Tyler. America Has a Problem, Beyonce featuring Kendrick Lamar. Midnight Gospel, Elu Arire featuring Joseph Chameleons. I'm tearing these names up to shreds, so y'all have to forgive me. Joyner, Blonde Shell, Cobra, Megan Thee Stallion. I don't believe that for a second. Since I Have a Lover, Six Lack, Sprinter, Dave featuring Central C. We just mentioned it. I Remember Everything, Zach Bryan featuring Casey Musgrave, and TQG, Carol G versus Shakira. I don't believe Barack Obama is sitting around listening to Cobra with Megan Thee Stallion. I guarantee you Megan Thee Stallion is talking about how good she's good at sex, how fat her ass is, how she like to shake her ass, how guys be going down on her. What else do these young girls talk about? And I totally don't believe that Barack Obama is sitting around listening to that shit. That's not his real list. That's something that somebody wrote for him. Hey, what's hot out there? And they just tell him what's hot.
Yeah, honestly, I wish they could do away with this because I couldn't care less what Obama's listening to anyway. So, why even make these? I guess to get clicks and attention. I don't know.
But. Yeah, so people can. His name is out there, so now people can be talking about it on social media, and they can be having discussions and argument about it. And oh, how come you didn't put such and such on the list? Oh man, I can't believe he had his song on the list. That type of thing. That's all, because that guy ain't listening to that stuff like that. Like I say, majority of the stuff he listens to, he listens to jazz records. He listened to Earth, Wind and Fire. He listened to Parliament Funkadelic / George Clinton. I don't know if you want to put that all together as one or not. Old school rap. He's in the old school rap now. The LL Cool J's, the Run DMC's, the Rakim. He listens to that. He's that age. Who else I'm forgetting? Prince. Everybody his age like Prince. I ain't never heard nobody say they ain't like Prince.
He's not listening to On My Mama, and he's not listening to Sitting on Top of the World neither. Those are remakes. I said that Sitting on Top of it. I've heard that Sitting on Top of it. It's just a remake of Brandy. They just sampled Brandy in that one.
Okay. All right.
I heard that. I was like, man, I remember when that came out, dude. I don't want to hear you remake that and you rap over it. And
what about the other one you just mentioned?
On My Mama.
Yeah, what's that remake
That
to?
one came out in the mid. That came out like in the mid two. I forgot who made that. That came out like in the mid 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
That song.
So
That song is less than 20 years old.
yeah, so it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's a remake.
He ain't listening to that shit. Ain't no way in hell.
Well, that's what these lists are for anyway. Just like the list you made about the top 20 producers. It's
Yeah.
just where you
So,
just sit there and stir up controversy and talk about it and stuff. And that's what I say.
right.
Like none of these songs or whatever they chose or whatever he supposedly chose is going to be that interesting to me because I know that like they were chosen. The songs were chosen or the producers were chosen for a specific reason. So yeah. It's a mess. It's like yeah, like you said, Obama. We know damn well. How old is Obama?
Hold on. He got to be like what? I would say about 58, 59, maybe? Or is
Yeah,
that too young?
he got to be in the tail end of his 50s, man.
Let me see. How old is Barack Obama? Barack Obama is can we get a hold
He's
on.
62.
Okay, he's older than I thought.
Ain't
Now
no
you
62
actually
year old
think
man listen to
right, you
that.
actually think he listening to Megan Thee Stallion. Oh, let me hold on for a second. Now I want to hear, well, read because we can't play it on here. Megan Thee Stallion lyrics on Cobra. I bet you was how she sucked. This dude then went down on me the other day. I bet you that's
uh,
all it's about.
I gotta laugh at that because there's no 62-year-old man listening to that, man.
No, hey,
Like
he older than I thought.
my mom, my mom is like 67, 68. Like she's only a few years older than him. She'll scoff at anything that came out beyond like after 2000.
Okay, here's what Barack Obama is listening to. Megan Thee Stallion Cobra. This pussy is depressed. Is I'm about to stress him. Yeah. Pink nails around his neck, huh? But this ain't domestic. A. Think it's going down? High. Now he stands corrected. A. This pussy is depressed. I'm about to stress him. Ah. That's what Barack Obama is. Oh, okay. Here's another one. Here's another one. A. Damn, I got problems. Never thought a bitch like me would ever hit rock bottom. Man, I miss my parents. Way too anxious. Always canceling my plans. Pulling up, caught him cheating. Getting his dick sucked in the same spot I'm sleeping. Lord, give me a break. I don't know how much more shit I can take. Hey,
Why are you reading it like that?
so she's talking about being depressed and everything. I guess that's her introspective record.
I guess I don't know, but it's we know he's not listening to that. Like I said, my mom's 60, 68 years old. Like she'll barely listen to anything past 2000, and even 2000 is kind of stretching it. All right, so like, why do they make the? No, I know why they do, but it's like people are dumb enough to sit there and argue with each other. Oh, how come you didn't put this on here? Oh, Obama's cool. Obama's my kind of guy, man. He's hip. He hasn't been president for a long time now. Like, what does it
Right.
matter?
Yeah,
Even
it's
if
a
he was president, like, why would I care what the dude listens to? Dude should be doing his job in the first place.
right. Yeah, it's a bunch of bullshit, ladies and gentlemen. He's not listening to that.
Yeah, but
To be honest with you, I don't really listen to new music unless I like read somebody say, "Oh, such and such had a good album" or something like that. That's when I check it. The majority of stuff I listen to is older stuff, and I'm not Barack Obama's age.
yeah, I mean, you heard what I listened to, so it's like well, you heard me talk about Metro Boomin and Travis Scott. They've been out for a minute too. And
Right.
I'm like, I haven't heard. I tried once it's like a couple. I tried listening to Travis Scott once, and I was like, dude, this is just generic club music now. I don't get what was. Yeah. Obama's old enough to be my daddy, man. Like,
yeah,
the man is like, the man he's way more hip to stuff than I am. So I guess I'm a square, you know.
I bet you if I told him, yo, I got a Earth, Wind, and Fire box set, I bet you he say, oh yeah, wait, let me see it. Come on now.
The first one to buy it,
yeah. Well, anything else you want to talk about?
I think that's it as far as music is concerned. I don't think there's anything new or fresh that's supposed to be. It was the end of the year. I say this last quarter hasn't been that great though. Usually the last quarter is reserved for like the bigger hits.
Yeah, they don't do that no more. See, back in our day, as Jay explained, at the end of the year, that's when all the heavy hitters would come out. The Mariah Careys, the Jay-Z's. They will always, Beyonce, they will always release an album around the holiday season. But they really don't do that no more. I guess because, people ain't buying music like that anymore.
I guess, because, there's nothing major. I mean, there's been a few, like I did like the El Zio No record, but there's nothing that's really been like big or real interesting that's been released this last quarter that I could think of.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, James, we at the end of the show. Now tell us your your social media again, because we didn't get it before.
Shoot, you may as well say this show is my social media, because nothing else is going on in my personal life. I'll tell you what I need to tell you on this show. I'm the music man. That's all it is. So I'll just stick to that.
Well, you can reach the Judgementals on Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube at pnljudgementals, Instagram at _judgementals, or you can email us at pnljudgementals@gmail.com. All right, y'all.